With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. We've made it, we have made it. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, bringing you coverage of the Super Bowl. It's almost surreal when you take in the atmosphere, isn't it? The magnificent spectacle that surrounds this game each and every February. And at the center of it, the best team from both conferences who fought all season long for the honor of playing here tonight.
And you know what's beautiful about this stage, Kate? These teams who meet the Super Bowl each and every year, we've learned this. They're not always the most talented team in the league. They're the two who never buckled under the pressure, never let the moment become too big. You know what I love to say? They're the ones that didn't just play with one another. They played for one another. And I can't wait. You can't wait. The world can't wait to see which team truly earns the right to raise that Lombardi and call themselves a champion.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The Bears decide to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Williams to throw on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Able to get it to Moore. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Herbert from the gun. His pass caught by Allen. And he's taken down at the 30.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, here's Herbert. Escapes out to the left, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. They motion the tight end over. Third and goal. Here's Herbert. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. York knocks it through. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams to throw on 1st. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. 1 quarter down, a lot more ahead here in Super Bowl 64. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Minneapolis right after this. Second quarter about set to begin. Welcome back, everybody, to Super Bowl 64. First down throw by Williams. Teams getting out there and ready to resume play. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They give on second to Benson. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That one gains 7. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down, Williams. Throw caught at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll run here. It's Benson. Hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a second quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Titans take a 4-point lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his right. And he can escape no longer. They roll him over and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Herbert now. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Complete out to the right side. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Third and just 2 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Williams will look to throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run here on 1st down. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing now from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down from the gun. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get some late points and the lead. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. Smith tacks on the point after. And the Bears push their lead to 3. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got a man left. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Brought in right side. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. For the sideline, and it's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Well, while we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. First throw for the backup now. That one's caught along the left sideline. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. First down play, that's a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 23. Brought in close to the 8. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down from the red zone. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. Into a crowd, and intercepted! Derwin James picks it. And the Titans are going to take over after the interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Staying on the ground with Benson. Jukes one defender. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Benson once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Williams from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will tie things up in the third.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
On the move, looking deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Holding by Allen on the sideline. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Simple dive up the middle. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. So Super Bowl 64, end our season, down to one last quarter. Well, we didn't see either side separate through three. It's all tied at 10 to begin the fourth. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 16. Collins there to grab it. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. He touching down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they pitch it to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Throwing here on 2nd and a handful. Chased out to his right. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears take a 4th quarter lead. The extra point, here's Smith. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give up the gut to Benson. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, Williams. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Bears have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
That's into the hands of Moore. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Bears leading by 7. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Titans aggressive in defending the pass here. They're in dime. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Right up the gut. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Going to be a victory for the Bears as they drop to a knee here.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee, let the celebration begin.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopeless.